Guys, I have the keys. I have the keys. I got the keys. I got the keys. 5 love languages. If you haven't read it, read it. I personally listen to it on Audible because, I never thought that I would not like holding and reading a physical paper book. Like, I never thought that would have been me until I got a Kindle. I was able to survive. And then I was like, well, let me try Audible. Let me listen to audiobooks. Even better, it has really simplified my life, especially while I'm at work. I digress. The 5 Love Languages is a book and now a series written by an author who is a marriage counselor. And if you're going to listen to the book, I will warn you that it does sound like it's something based in 1982. He sounds like he is like Amish country, and he may wear overalls or, big baggy black clothes. I don't know. But, he sounds like a farmer. But don't let that dissuade you. The content of the book is what the focus should be on. The premise of the book is all about giving and receiving love in your language, and also learning how to interpret that language as it relates to your spouse or your loved one, your significant other. Me personally, I'm a little bit of each language. I think most people might be, but I don't assume. There are a lot of people in this world. I am a little bit of each. I like a little bit of each, but there are 2 that are very big on my Richter scale in how I receive love and how I want love given to me. The first love language is words of affirmation. Now, you may love to hear me say, I love you all the time. I miss you. Great job. You're so awesome. You're doing great. Look at my sexy man. You may love compliments all the time and just always need your ego stroked. That's words of affirmation, and that may be how you receive love. Not me. I don't need to hear all that. Every now and then, here's my little bit part. Here's my little part of it. Every now and then, of course, I want you to tell me that I'm beautiful. I want you to tell me that I'm pretty, because let's be honest. I shouldn't step out the house and another man gonna tell me I look good before you do. Let's just get that straight. So yes, I love to hear, baby, I love you, but not all the time. Not all the time. And I don't want to hear it all the time. I love you, you love me, I get it. Now that that's established, can we move on? I don't need no one to blow smoke up my ass. I don't need someone to always encourage me or say words. I'm the type of person that your actions will show me that. You can say it, fine. Excessively, I really don't want to hear it. Because initially, I thought it was just me. I know that I get aggy at times. So that sort of thing just doesn't really compute for me. But for other people, it means the world. That's why the importance of this book is essential in a relationship, because I need to understand what you thrive off of, just as you need to understand what I thrive off of also. So again, words of affirmation is love language number 1. Quality time. Quality time is very big for many people. For me, it's nice. Now, quality time consists of, let's go to the park, let's go for a walk, let's go to the movies, let's go out to dinner. Let's just sit at the house and do absolutely nothing but watch TV. Just sit on the couch and play a video game or play cards. It's just spending quality time with your loved one. Now, if you have someone that travels a lot, of course, you're going to want to spend time when they get home or what have you. So that's a little that's a little different circumstance. But for the average person that's normally home and you just like to be with, up under your mate, quality time would probably be your love language. I personally don't like anyone all up under me. We don't need to be together. Go hang with your friends, because I like my alone time. I like being alone most of the time. So, I like us to come together and then go our way. So, and even if, we live together, that's fine. Let's spend some time together, but let's go do other things, or I'll be in the room, or I'll be downstairs while you're in the room. I just like alone time. I'm okay with me. So that's, that's me. Quality time isn't the biggest for me, but for other people, they love it, and that's okay. That's your love language. So you have to figure out how that plays into your life. So again, quality time is love language number 2. Receiving gifts. Now you talking. Now you talking my language. Don't get it twisted, because I know some people probably was like, oh, she materialistic. No, I am. But I'm also practical. Receiving gifts. I like to receive and I like to give them. I like to see happiness on someone else's face when I give a gift. But I love seeing the happiness on mine. Let's be honest. Receiving of the gifts. It may be shoes, it may be a gift card, it may be flowers. It may be something as simple as a shoe rack that I needed in my closet. It may be something very practical that I can use around the house. A new vacuum cleaner, a new carpet cleaner, whatever the case may be. But it's receiving a gift. And that's what I like, especially if it's a gift that I like. Now, you can't just give me any and everything and I'm going to jump over the moon. No. Know me, know my taste, know what I like. And for the most part, I like gift cards. Not the gift cards to a particular store. A gift card that's open to anything. And better yet, just give me the cash. That's receiving gifts. We can go pick out my gifts together. That is what makes me a happy girl. Now, for some people, they might have been inundated with gifts all the time and they never get to see their spouse. So for them, quality time is better than receiving gifts. And I understand that scenario, but I'm not there yet. So bring on the gifts, playa. Receiving gifts is love language number 3. Acts of service is love language number 4. Acts of service is also big on my scale. I mentioned earlier I had 2. This is the second one. I love acts of service. For me, it's actions. Acts of service for me shows me that you're in tune with my needs. Receiving gifts is you're in tune with my wants. Every now and then, a certain gift may be my need also, but let's be honest, it's normally, You may see that my sink is stopped up. I need you to fix that. You may see that I need my lawn cut. You may see that I need a cabinet fixed, a cabinet door fixed. You may see that a tile in my kitchen is broken and I need that to be replaced. Those are acts of service. You see that I need an oil change. You see that my car needs to be washed. Those are acts of service. And for me, those also go along with gender roles. I do subscribe to them to an extent. And I feel like the man should be taking care of this, because let's be honest. If you're not doing it and something's not working, the first thing people are going to say, well, where's your man at? Because we're all expecting you to take care of it. So fellas, I'm not even going to go in. Just handle that. I think acts of service is every woman's, love language, whether she really voices that or not. That's something that she's looking for, for the most part, a man to handle, or her guy, or her girl, or whatever the case is. We're looking for someone to take care of that. In some cases, there are things that we can take care of, other things we just don't know what we're supposed to do. That's where acts of service steps in. You may not feel like that's a big deal for you. That's why it's good to learn your language. Acts of service is love language number 4. Love language number 5 is physical touch. This is not mine. This may be one that irks me the most. Physical touch, hugs, kisses all the time, shoulder rubs, head scratches, just sitting there watching TV and arm rubs, foot rubs, constant touching, or we're sitting there and you're leaning right on me. Move. Of course I love a kiss. Of course I love a hug. Of course I like to hold hands sometimes. And, sometimes I'll rub your scalp, but not all of the time. Not all of the time. Physical touch, love language number 5. As you can see, it's essential to know your love language and to learn the love language of your spouse or significant other or anyone else that may come after them. Sorry, life is real. I need to understand that just because I come over your house and I clean your bathroom for you and I cook you dinner and I wash your dishes for you, and he's just like, okay, thanks. And I'm getting an attitude, man, I just did all of this stuff for you. You don't even appreciate it. And in his head, but you didn't even say I love you today. And I'm like, what? But I just did all of this stuff. It's not going to matter because acts of service is not his love language. Words of affirmation is his love language. So now I have to not just conform, but I have to be cognizant to give those words of affirmation a little bit more because that's how he feels loved by me. Do you see how this works? This can save a lot of relationships. Now, for some of y'all, it's too late, and I get it. So I'm not trying to say take blood from a stone. I'm just talking about for those that can still be saved. I would suggest to buy the book and both of you read it together, or by the end of a week, both of you read a chapter or section and discuss it at the end of the week. That would be a good practice to do as a couple. But again, it would really open your eyes as to why you may start to get aggravated with the relationship because you feel underappreciated, and why hopefully he can understand why you may be upset because you don't feel loved. It's because you guys aren't in sync with your love languages. So hopefully this video, out of all of them, has really helped someone or will help someone save and salvage a relationship. That would be great. If not, it's time to just understand y'all don't speak the same languages and move on. Let's not waste anybody else's time. Keep it moving. Life goes on. There are billions of people on this earth. Find who's for you. I love this video. I really love this topic. Again, it's very enlightening. So until next time, explore those love languages.